Hello everyone, and welcome to Song Prompts 2. We made it to a second episode, would you believe? If anyone is wondering what the hell's happening, basically, Song Prompts is where I take prompts from you guys on Instagram for any ideas to write songs around, and then I make song snippets using those prompts, and then at the end of the series, you guys choose which song I make into a full song. Easy as. Last week was Vibe Like a Biscuit, which we had fun with. This week it is a prompt from Lina Adams and it is Tremolo Goodness.
If you don't know what tremolo is, here is a very scientific diagram I made. Basically, it takes a wave, it can be lots of different shapes, and it uses that wave to vary the volume or the panning of whatever audio you give it. Science.
It helps make things kind of wavy and dreamy. So I'm going to use this as a concept rather than like a lyric or something. I really like this prompt because I think it has a lot of scope. So the thing that I like the most when you put tremolo on it is an electric keyboard. Like if our speakers work. Hello Solar. The keyboard's not plugged in. Any old electric keyboard sound. Basically, the tremolo will make it kind of move around the stereo space. You can hear it's like wow, wow. That is what tremolo does. And you can make it do it faster, like this. You can make it do it really slow, and so on. I quite like that 1/8. So I think the first thing to do is find some nice chords. I like that. Ooh, that's juicy. I don't know if that's too spicy. No, that's absolutely stunning. Get that in. So we're going. It's kind of fun. So that's our bread and butter, as it were. It's what we want to add next. We want tremolo to kind of be the thing. Really, I just want to thicken this texture like crazy, so I'm wondering if we want some more keys. The reason that sounds cool and nice is because we're going between minor and major there. That semitone there is kind of placing us in two different worlds. We've got like this kind of jazzy and suspended, and we're not anywhere in particular, to which is very solid, and it's more of a decision. So moving between that semitone is a very satisfying and fun thing to do. I like octaves. I think we just add another electric piano in and build more. Ooh! That's very nice, it's very warm. I think this is gonna be our bassy time. Yes! We haven't tremoloed that yet. It's a funny job tremoloing bass because bass is kind of the thing your brain sticks to as the glue. So tremoloing it, where you're making it move and do a lot, you gotta be quite careful with it. Because whoa! Okay, I'm gonna mess around with that. Whoo, mama! Okay, this is, it's just chewy. I'm chuffed with that. What I'm thinking is, what you don't normally hear is tremolo on vocals much. I think if we stack a load of really sweet harmonies and tremolo it, it's gonna be crazy rich and like dreamy and thick. Okay, so I've done a 3-part harmony and did 2 takes of each, so it's nice and thick. But I haven't done anything to it yet, so. Ooh! Nice. I'm gonna clean up it on the EQ just to get rid of all the unnecessary bass sounds coming through on the mic. Vocals editing tips while we're here for EQing. When you've got a lot of stuff going on in a mix and you've got a lot of vocal tracks, you've got to be really strict with what frequencies you keep on the vocals, because vocals sound lovely and rich with your lower frequencies, but if you've got lots of things in the backing already filling that space, then actually you won't really hear that aspect of the vocals. What really cuts through when you've got a thick mix is your higher frequencies. So whether you cut out some of the stuff in the backing so that you can hear that quality of the vocals better, or if you just EQ the lower end out of the vocals, you'll find a much cleaner mix. Yeah, that's the thing I tend to do. Back to the thing, right, we've tremoloed everything. It's a lot. Another thought is that I have some of the vocals on an 1/8 of a note and some of them on a 1/4. That's so trippy. When the harmonies that have the 1/8 note get louder, you have a sense of the tremolo speeding up because you're more aware of the 1/8 note tremolo rather than the 1/4 note tremolo. So that's quite fun. Yeah, let's just go for a tiny weeny bit of reverb. Yeah, I'm wondering whether we want lyrics on this or whether it's like an instrumental thing. What do I do next? I want one more texture, and then I'm thinking that like drums kick in and some bass. Okay, I'm gonna try and find another layer. So I found this super nice electric piano thing. So I'm kind of having it hit and I want to like really make the sound nice and wide. Literally just slather it in reverb. I'm gonna add loads more freaking tremolo all on this mother. So I'm thinking this is like a really slow, beautiful intro, and then we like slap some drums on it and like a do-do-dee-dee-doo kind of bass. Yeah, I like this. I might just find some drums, not super realistic drum sounds. It's naff. Ugh. I might go with this and then just drive it so we get a bit more oomph out of it. I kind of want it to speed up, you know. I think we want like a, and this is kind of a bit too slow for that. I don't normally do this, but I think I'm gonna up the tempo. Ugh, that does mean we have a lot of issues with the vocals, but. Sweet. Okay, I did a quick little hi-hat pattern. And then just and all together we've got, it's just nice and chill, a little bit funky so you can kind of bob to it. It wants a much funkier bass line and we'll get to that. So I've timed, stretched, sped them up, there we go, sped up all the vocals, so that is now quarter tempo. Also, there's a storm outside. Just had some thunder. Stupid thing about having a skylight just above your studio is if it rains, it's really freaking loud. But yeah, I think it needs a different bass now. Time to whack out this big boy. And so if we cut out the bassy electric piano. So in essence, we're just going. Can you hear the rain? I know what the bass line is going to be roughly. Let's see if I can get it right. A little bit of funk, a little bit of fun. The rain is going, if you can hear that. That's great. You know what I did? You know what I went and did, just like last time, is I backed it up with the Dirty Planet synthesizer, the bass synthesizer I loved last time. This, like, I can't help it now. It makes everything sound better and slightly slappier. However, we're kind of losing the tremolo now, and that's kind of supposed to be the focus. So what I'm thinking is, basically, we can't tremolo like picked bass or drums because the sound isn't long enough for it to really modulate. So instead, because we've got these grounding drums and bass that are all nice and central and behaving themselves, it means we can tremolo the rest of the parts more without it being disorientating. It will hopefully work in keeping the tremolo as the focus. I kind of think it does want vocals. I've taken out the electric piano that was doing the before, because if I'm putting vocals in, I think we don't want another melody line. I added a vocal effect onto all the vocals where it basically kind of makes it sound chipmunky without changing the pitch. So it sounds like this now. I think it might just be my DIY brain, but it kind of wants like a of like pens and like little sounds, so I might play around with that. Okay, so we did some pen tapping and messing with. It sounds like this. It sounds quite nice in the mix, I think. Just something in the high range because there wasn't much in the high. And then it's just writing over the top, I think. I might just kind of play it on loop and then kind of see what comes up. Honey, I got news for you. Honey, I got news for you. Oh, I'm flying higher than you think I am supposed to do. Phoenix. Oh, like a phoenix on the ashes, glasses, molasses. I like molasses. Come back sweeter than molasses. The rain stopped, by the way, that's a treat. What I do when I get stuck sometimes is I get a random word generator up, like kaleidoscope, mutation, ceremony, reflection. My reflection. By the way, my favourite rhyming website is Rhyme Zone. What's yours? 360 spin your head around until you see my way. Oh, the colours are bursting through the page. Want something fast? I'm gonna record this and I want to write some words to the so I've taken out the backing vocals initially, so it's not like everything hits at once as soon as the tempo changes. So we're gonna have the backing without the vocals. Oh honey, I got news. And the second half I then put in just the main melody line in the backing vocals. Oh, how the tables turn today. All 360's been your. And then for the I've taken out the drums and I've just got the hi-hat going like and I might even put in claps. 1, 2, 3, let's go, and go 2, keep it moving, tiptoe, keep control, it's how you break the mold. It's little steps you take, bend it till it breaks. And I think I want a couple of voices singing that, some claps. So I've recorded all the vocals that I've written. I've done 4 extra layers in the back using the tremoloed backing vocal tracks. I've also made the bass a lot quieter, so it's just like a kind of higher bass, and I've taken out the main keys as well, so there's like less bass in, so it's kind of in this place of tension where there's lots of high frequencies and not as many low. So it's 1, 2, 3, let's go, and go 2, keep it moving.
moving tip.
Added some claps as well. For the chorus, I'm deciding what to do. I'm kind of tempted to either have like just a fat fake trumpet solo with me going, or I have that backing up a vocal. So I was thinking of like a in maybe the chorus, because it's then going back to kind of slow, which feels weird because we built up this thing and then it's like so it kind of wants a bit more punch to it, and it's where that punch comes from, and I'm wondering whether something like that sort of thing, or like a hit on this. Cool. But aside from that, it's just sorting out this chorus a little bit and adding some things and deciding what vocal I put on the top. But I think I kind of want to leave that as a surprise for you guys. So I basically showed you everything that I'm going to do, minus a couple of things on the chorus. But yeah, I think I'll just show you the finished product. I don't know how I'm going to top the video last week. I'm not going to be wearing sunglasses and throwing biscuits around, so I'm going to need to decide about that.
I got news for you. Oh, I'm flying higher than you think I am supposed to do. Oh, I'm like a phoenix from the ashes, come back sweeter than molasses. Oh, how the tables turn today. Oh, 360, spin your head right round until you see my way. Oh, the colors are bursting through the gray. Through the gray. 1, 2, 3, let's go. And got to keep it moving, tiptoe, keep control. It's how you break the mold, is little steps you take to bend it till it breaks, and you will see the day. Patience, honey, that's gone down the river. Patience, honey, you'll find and deliver. There's a path up ahead where your walls come down and your kingdom ascends, and it sends you